Alright, welcome back to the Tomar Heliobe 930L rebuild. Right now I just took a couple of minutes with the wire brush, this wire brush, and then one that's a little more soft, to just knock down some of this corrosion. It's coming along pretty good. It's getting pretty smooth. You're feeling the ribs now. I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to get the definition back along here, but I'll do what I can to get that cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and give this a good complete wash, and then a wipe with the degreaser, sand, and then go ahead and prime it. I can't even fathom what happened. It's almost like something exploded in this side, in this corner. It's taken a lot of work to come off. Okay, well, I was really kind of hoping that I could clean these ones without having to use the big guns, but I mean, they're not bad. They're going to get a primer job. The only problem was this one, if you remember, it had, it's all on the ground now, but it had big pieces of corrosion all around here. So I ended up having to do the wheel and kind of cleaning it up. And it is pitted, so took out a little bit of the, really kind of hoping I could just keep it out of the way, but nah, it didn't work. But that one's pretty compressed anyways, so. But again, that is the back, so it's just the gasket. It's no big deal. Like I said, these are going to be primered, and I'll just leave a primer gray. I'm going to cover up the Tomar sticker with tape, spray it, and then we'll give her a go. That way I can save that sticker. That way if anybody ever opens it up, they'll know. Okay, so as I'm sitting here getting absolutely drenched, that thing there is a piece of garbage. The short of it is, I've been washing all the parts. I got the frame over there all washed up. Got the end caps, got all that. Got the feet, which I'm not sure I'm going to put on, but I still took care of them. I found out, I was looking at these, and anybody who knows Tomars know, like here's the strobe here. You've got the 4 screws that hold the actual unit in, and the strobe is, the housing is glued to the lens, so it's intact. Now, if you remember on the first video, I had the corners, and I said, well, shoot, you know, that's 2 that are loose. Well, that's because the domes actually, the lenses actually come off. So there's 4 little screws in it, and the actual modules will come out. So you take those 4. So it's got the 4 screws to hold the actual module in the bar, and then it's got 4 screws holding the board, I guess, the diode board, onto the lens. So once I found that out, I was even more ecstatic, because now I'm getting in there and giving it a deep clean, and you know, they're actually pretty decent. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. This is the Labor Day long weekend, and personally, I just got sworn in as a U.S. citizen now, so I've been dealing with that, had a party and everything, so this has been kind of postponed. I was cleaning the house, doing some major yard work and that sort of stuff, but anyways, I think the videos I got, I had already cleaned. I'm noticing still having an issue. I don't know if it's still being eaten or what, but I'll try to combat that. That's on the bottom. I've tried cleaning it up as best I can. I've taken the wheel grinder, ground most of that off. You can see, I think that's just kind of residual. It might even be soap, I don't know. washed everything, pressure washed, and put the smaller bits in the sink, unbeknownst to the wife, which if she's seeing this, which she's a wife, so probably not. Anyways, everything's been cleaned in the buckets and that sort of stuff, and I wiped down the modules. As you can see, they're pretty decent, and then gave these all clean, and they're nice and crystal, but they are yellowed. So I'm gonna play around with those and see. I've just got to wipe down the harness, but at this point I'm going to, hopefully this might even help what's going on there. It's time to use the grease and wax remover. Cleans and degreases metal, plastics, and fiberglasses, removes oil, road tar, grease, wax, and bugs. So I figure that's not going to hurt, just to kind of knock any sort of dirt that may be still on there that wasn't combated by the wash, and you know, we'll kind of go from there. Alright, so I have given it a bath in the cleaner, wiped everything down and dried it. Now I'm just going to give it a light sand, just to kind of give it a little bit of grit for the primer to kind of stick to it. Alright, parts are sanded, frame, end caps, module holders. That's all that I need to do. I'm not worrying about the feet because the feet aren't going to be painted even if I use them. So at this point I'm going to let them dry. I'm going to go and throw this garbage out and get ready to start primering, I guess. What do you want? Huh? Good girl. So with the new glove on, hopefully you can see this. Still working off my phone, off of a windshield mount, steely, but whatever the case is, I've got some gray primer here. We're gonna see if we can't get a little bit on there. Yeah. Got the two, I don't know what they're called, module holders, front and back pieces. Got them done, got one end cap done. Now I'm getting this one done, this end cap. Then I've just got the frame. That's it. Everything's turned out pretty well, which until I'm done I shouldn't say anything, but kind of impressive. I really haven't had luck spray painting anything before, so for me to actually be successful is kind of surprising. If that's the worst that happens on this project, I'll be happy. But like I said, so far so good. Alright, so at this point I've got everything primered that I want. The frame has turned out pretty well, I think. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Whatever it was that was back here, I think it was down here, you can see the frame I did dig in a little bit, plus the pitting from the whatever it was, corrosion. It did scar it a little bit. However, everything that's on top turned out pretty well. It's not too bad in there, but you're not going to notice it once the modules get in there as well. But yeah, the frame has turned out well, and the end caps have turned out well. The only thing that I did do, I can't remember, I think it's on that one or this one. There's one, yeah, it says here, there's a couple of dog hairs that are in it. Once the modules go in, the paint's on, modules are in, then you're not going to notice it. And I'll put that one towards the rear. So that's that. I'm going to end this video with this at this point, because it's going to take another couple of days or so for me to get the rest of it done. So with that, I can't wait till this project is done.